Everybody. Still working on the start time, but I am considerably better than I was on Wednesday, and so I'm hoping that I can do this for more than 15 minutes. Now, I've learned that the game performance is pretty inconsistent at the very start. In fact, if you can just give me a second here, I know the last time I tried to do the NVIDIA, oh, come on. Apparently there's a new driver available and it didn't let me know. Oh, okay. So there's Doom Eternal in here. If I run into frame rate problems, one thing that I might try and do is use the NVIDIA Game Ready drive, or well, I guess it's not Game Ready if it's Doom, but I do like the idea of maybe trying to use the tool, the NVIDIA tool, to get the right settings. It's kind of funny. So when I tried streaming on Wednesday, it seemed like things were okay, and then all of a sudden it just crawled to this really, really slow pace, and then at that point I was not really feeling that well anyway, so I sort of decided, okay, well, we'll take the 15-minute hit. There's a couple things that I thought were kind of cute, that I wanted to share, but nothing too bad. But yeah, it like, oh, just yeah, it's clearly doing some testing here. Maybe let's not do the ultra detailed one. But I actually had a nice 60 frames per second going on some settings, and then I tried streaming again, and the results were not as good. So I'm really not sure what to make of that. I don't see any value in showing everyone. And to be honest, like, sometimes it's just a question of having the fun with the game and, just not worrying too much about the quality settings. So we'll hop in and see if I get noticeable performance hits. What I might do, I might maybe do a reset or something like that. But I can also, hey, Zarog, how you doing? Yeah, so like this, for instance, this strikes me as maybe a little too, well, it's getting better. Yeah, so the one drawback here is that there were a couple of fun little details in the setting which I don't think I'm going to be able to get access to again. So there was a prison, which is sort of what triggered the difficulties. I've learned if you try and jump down to certain areas, it just respawns you. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so Zrog, it's kind of funny. I try not to, like, again, I like my work, but I do also know, and this is sort of from outside perspectives, I do take it kind of seriously and can get a bit intense. So I've noticed that when I'm in the zone on stuff, it does sometimes become the when the Doom music kicks in meme, which, I don't know, I don't personally feel is a bad thing, but anyways, good to see you. So one of the things I kind of like doing was reviewing the different names. So some of these I'm like, okay, fair enough. But a few of these are actually really cute. So How to Win Friends and Kill Demons, Atlas Ripped and Teared, The Picture of Dorian Slay, The Kako and the Rye, Green Eggs and Pentagram, 1984 Dead Demons, To Kill a Mocking Demon. I think I'm trying to figure out exactly what it says. I think that says Great Gutsby. I don't think I've ever been able to quite make this one out. The reflection just sort of does me in. Demon Farm, The Very Hungry Cacodemon, The Power of Positive Ripping and Tearing, The Art of Rip and Tear, The Slayer's Tale, How to Stop Worrying and Start Slaying, The Man in the High Argent Tower, The Guts of Wrath, The Ripping Tree, My Best Friend Daisy, Slayer House 5, Don Slayote, Slayenstein, 50 Shades of Slay, Eat, Rip, Tear, The Count of Kattinger Crystal, Dungeons and Demons 6th edition, How to Comb Your Mustache by Clifton M. Weisbach, Vault Dweller's Survival Guide, Preparing Yourself and Your Loved One for the Inevitable Nuclear Apocalypse. Gotta do that cross-branding. To Pray or Not to Pray, Cooking from Hell's Kitchen, Thy Flesh Consumed, Taitenga, Off-World Travel Guide, From Nopefish to Dopefish, The Dope Tale, Retcon, The Life and Times of Flynn Taggart, Strog, A Transdimensional Field Study, Living with Rage and Other Common Emotions in the Apocalyptic Wasteland, The Spear of Destiny, A Post-War Deconstruction, UNATCO Training Manual, Bomb Defusal, Basic Science Monthly, Predicting Unforeseen Consequences. I really like that one. Also System Shock 2 reference, I think, here. Von Braun, Onboard AI Systems Technical Manual. Leandria, Brief History of Interplanetary Industry. Devilish Daggers and Other Assorted Pointy Objects. I'm assuming that's a reference to Devil Daggers, which I don't know that much about that story, but that struck me as like a small game, so it's kind of neat to see a reference there. Why I'm So Great by Dork Norcom, My Buddy Superfly by Hiro Miyamoto, and then some copies of Doom, Quake, Quake 3 Arena, The Art of Doom, Doom Where the Sanest Place is Behind a Trigger, and Doom 2. So, and then a bunch of comic books and nerd stuff. So, I don't know, I thought this was kind of fun. It is a little weird in terms of tone, because I was commenting on how the game sort of seems to be taking its lore and world building, despite the the odd it's weird to say world building having read the Alexis Kennedy essay, but yeah, just seeing the it definitely does seem to be taking sort of the world that it's creating more seriously. For better and worse, I think there are a couple of interesting ideas going through on it, but I did kind of comment on how it's like, I'm not going to remember any of these names by the end, which is probably more about me than it is about the game. But it's a bit of a weird shift in tone to sort of have some of those cute game references inside of them, and I actually like the game references. If anything, I'd sort of like the game to not take itself as seriously, although that's kind of a default position for myself as well, and that's not necessarily a criticism of this either. It's just kind of neat to see where the different emphasis goes, and where it works, where it sometimes maybe feels a little out of place. I think this was the library. Yeah. So I was trying to see if I could find that prison again. I will confess it's quite easy to get lost on the ship, just like I actually found that was true in Wolfenstein as well. But I think I think one thing I was talking about before on this, which will be kind of interesting to see how the game follows through on this. There was this idea of sort of special rules with the various entities, the various, I don't know if it quite counts as factions, but basically there's a few different pieces on the board. Actually, don't remember where I'm supposed to go. Acquire a Praetor suit point. Well, that was somewhere around here. Anyways, gives me a chance to catch up with everybody. But, excuse me, still not fully better, but Clearly better than the last last few days. God, where was I going with this? I will try the menu in a little bit if I can't find it on my own. I don't think it's bad to run around the ship for a little bit and just see if I can start recognizing certain locations. I think we've been here a few times, so that should eventually lead to the big suit of armor. And then this is the, yeah, nerd place. All right. This goes outside. Yeah. But the specific idea that there are sort of these rules and these sort of pacts that have been made, and these ideas of, you know, who should be protected, who's fair game. See, it doesn't let you go certain places. I thought that was kind of interesting, especially given the fact that the Doomslayer in this is clearly moving against whatever those rules are, and then that sort of led to probably an overly long digression on the movie 300 and how I sort of felt that they had the potential to do something interesting, but in the name of trying to like really stack the deck, wow, there is a kid really just giving it all. It's all. But yeah, basically this idea that they have this oh, maybe I do it there? Doesn't feel right though. Yeah, like I thought there was a potentially interesting way of making 300 an even better movie by actually doing less. And again, like, you know, Zack Snyder and company are not going to lose any sleep over my opinions about their film. I definitely don't mean to suggest that I've got some like one weird trick to make a successful movie more successful. But it's kind of neat to market in this game just because it does, like, there's the potential for them to be working with that, right? Like, so the idea that does the Doomslayer, through helping humanity, potentially condemn his own people to some kind of damnation. And that's an even bigger, I think that's kind of the more interesting kind of dilemma that you can put in for characters like this in some cases, which is that, you know, he's a big He-Man, you know, killer who doesn't care for anybody, but you know, if he's taking this action to protect humanity in some way, right, this sort of protector role, and the consequence of that protection means either breaking some kind of previous commitment, or potentially condemning another group who may mean something to them, right? That's a little bit different from sort of the great, I think most people can kind of accept the idea of the great, you know, and noble sacrifice for this higher ideal. I may have to just go online because I don't think I'm getting any help from the... Okay, I'll do one last check on the different rooms. Yeah, so that's not opening anything. But yeah, so you know, you've got the great, you know, you've got the noble sacrifice, you've got the person who's willing to pull it all on the line, give the ultimate sacrifice. This is the sort of stuff that in some games, I mean, it's actually kind of interesting to see how games handle this, because you will have these heroic characters, you'll have sort of these big ideas, these big themes, but a lot of these times the sacrifice that a character makes is, you know, if it's your life, it's in the context of a game where you can just reload the save. And I mean, one way that you potentially make that interesting is that you give up progress. You can't proceed any further with that character. You don't get to see more of the story. You don't get to see more of the content, which again is a hard one, because if you put a distance between, all right then. If you put a distance between yourself and the player, like basically if you're putting a distance from if you're putting something between the player and the thing that they had paid for, right? You know, in the name of artistic integrity, you are now getting $40 worth of game rather than $60 worth of game. That doesn't work, right? That exists to make the game developer happy, not the player happy. God, I am really drawing a blank here. But, you know, there is, if you have this idea of having stakes, and you want to create some kind of hero character where the idea of them, you know, giving something up, and you want the player to feel that, you kind of need to think how you can do that in the context of a game where, again, hey, how you doing, Ellen Ripley? This game needs more homework. Oh yeah, sorry. You keep asking for Call of Duty, not Doom. I'm sorry. I'll get it right one of these days. How you doing tonight? Yeah, again, I'm assuming all this stuff's closed off for a reason. I will, once I check all the different rooms that I've gone through, I will look it up. Gives me a chance to chat with you all, though. But yeah, I don't know. It's like an interesting puzzle, right? It's not like, I don't really think Doom is the sort of, well, okay, actually, it's a little bit like talking about Wolfenstein, right? Like, Wolfenstein didn't need to tell as good of a story as it did in the New Order and the New Colossus, but the game was much, much better for it. I'm really glad that they decided to do that. And I think sort of likewise, Doom is great when it's rip and tear. Is this it? Oh my god. All right, Praetor Suit points. Spend Praetor Suit points to purchase Praetor Suit perks. Praetor Suit perks enhance your abilities or unlock new abilities. A lot prettier than I remember. I've actually turned the settings down a little bit from the last time I played it. Not noticed, like I tried to do it on things that are sort of high impact on the machine, but low impact in terms of visibility. Like, there's not a lot of water, so I don't maybe need the water to be at the top level. But then again, if there's not a lot of water, there's probably not going to be a lot of performance impact when I, you know, turn that setting down. But, or are you talking about, like, the old person Doom? All right, configure the mission teleport. Actually, so if I missed this place, this makes me wonder if this is the room where the dungeon was. I think that's just going to yell at me for jumping over the edge. The new ones, like New Order and New Colossus. Yeah, I think they're really, really well done. Um, like I said, I mean that game. So the thing that's kind of neat about the new Wolfenstein games, I really do feel that had they been basically like Doom, these Doom games, they would have been excellent. Like, just something that people were really satisfied with. But the fact that they told a story that I found, I was involved in, it was one that was worth like sticking, like it was worth watching the cutscenes for. I really felt that wasn't expected of them, but it really just rose that franchise to another level. All right. You all wanted some violence. I think we're about to get it. ARC Broadcast Log 2. This is an ARC broadcast to any ARC personnel or survivors operating inside the hellified zones. Please be advised, more Doomslayer sightings have been coming in. ARC leadership do not recommend any attempts to communicate with the Slayer directly. Please avoid all contact with Doom Guy at this time. While it is clear that the Slayer is an enemy of the challenged, it is unclear that if he could also be a threat to civilians. With the Celestial Locator now in your possession, you are able to pinpoint the locations of the remaining Hell Priests. Degranik, leader of the UAC division responsible for Earth's invasion, has been located at the remote cultist Arctic base. Infiltrate the encampment and neutralize Rannoch. You rarely finish games, but I finished all of them on the hardest difficulty because I played the shit out of them. You're so right that it didn't need to have such an awesome story, but they outdid themselves. Yeah, and I mean, to me, I really like that stuff because Man in the High Castle, and again, I still haven't seen the series. Like, it's very unlikely that I'm going to see Amazon stuff. Because I know there's people who feel okay with piracy. I really am, like, I would be wrong to say that I have never done it in my life. Like, I get it. And I don't ever want to be in a position where people feel like I'm sort of sitting in judgment of them on that. But particularly because I've worked in, for a very large part of my career, in fact, I've worked in creative industries, and because obviously I hang out in the local game dev collective and stuff like that. It's something where I've really tried to make it so that, if I want to experience something, even if it winds up being not very good, I want to pay for it. And part of that's just because I have a like white collar job. It's one of these things where I can afford to do so. So the whole idea of like, oh yeah, it's inconvenient to do different streaming services. Sure, it is. But in my case, I really don't. But the thing is like, I just don't do Amazon stuff. Twitch is the only Amazon stuff that I do. And I would avoid it if I could, but it's like, it's the way that I get my my transcodes. So Man in the High Castle is absolutely one of my favorite books. And I realize Philip K. Dick is much better known for, We Can Remember It For You Wholesale and Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, better known as Blade Runner and Total Recall in reverse order, or Minority Report, which is a short story. He's got these great stories. And I mean, A Scanner, by the way, the one that I feel doesn't get recognized nearly enough is A Scanner Darkly, which is both a great adaptation starring Keanu Reeves, among others. But although Minority Report is an excellent, excellent film, both from like a craft point of view, as well as just a good yarn. But yeah, I remember one of the stories that I just really, really connected with me was when I read Man in the High Castle for the first time. And I remember getting to that ending and just, it was like the first time I'd really kind of encountered an ending like that. And I had this super like arty way of how, if I did a film adaptation of it, Because like I worked through, I didn't actually write the screenplay for it, but I did everything short of it, and I kind of imagined how I would adapt The Man in the High Castle. I had this like super art film kind of way of ending it. And then I saw some of the trailers for it. It's like, oh man, this looks really good. And actually, I'll match your Man in the High Castle. I'm interested in hearing this, Ellen Ripley, but one of my last memories on my university campus, so this is the University of British Columbia, I was walking around with a friend of mine from one of my classics classes, and there's this sort of platform that's up, and there's a lot of very, Imperial Japan sort of, flags and iconography and all of that. And I sort of told my friend all about The Man in the High Castle and, what it meant to me as a book. And, this almost looks exactly like kind of how I would imagine a movie like it would look like. I kind of also explained a little bit, I know I was never really going to have a chance to adapt it because like everybody's buying up Philip K. Dick stuff, but I'd go to, and I see one of the PAs, so I'm finally like, I've worked on sets before, so I'm not scared to like go up and ask some questions. So eventually I just kind of go over and ask like, hey, do you mind if I ask what's shooting here? And he says like, you got it right, it's The Man in the High Castle. And I'm like, they're making a movie? And it's like, well, it's a TV show, but yeah. And it's like, oh my god. And then I found out it was Amazon. I'll never see it. No, I'll just find a friend who's got Prime. But yeah, no, I couldn't. It's rare that you get to read a book, have it mean a whole lot to you, imagine a bit like what an adaptation would look like, and then actually see that made real. I thought that was kind of neat. So, all right, Vega data entry, led by the elusive Hell Priest de Granac. Actually, Ellen Ripley, another one that might interest you. Richard Linklater made a movie before A Scanner Darkly, which one of the other viewers here, Takri, has watched. And it's called Waking Life. And in fact, if Waking Life didn't exist, I don't think A Scanner Darkly would look as good as it does. Waking Life was, if you've ever watched like a 90s Richard Linklater movie, like he's the guy who kind of like made this type of movie, I feel, but there have been a few others. So there's like Dazed and Confused and Slacker, and before Sunrise and Sunset, and sorry, before, oh my god, what is it? Before, I think it's Before Sunrise is the first one. Anyways, it's three of them, and like everybody keeps feeling older because the actors keep getting older and they realize, oh no, we're mortal. But there was sort of like this style of movie in the 90s that I feel like Richard Linklater was really the innovator of, where it's kind of like the camera just sort of goes around a town and you see all of these sort of interesting characters just sort of hanging out, and maybe they're having an interesting conversation or doing something. And like to a certain extent, you're sort of like, so what's the movie about? And it's like, it's not really about anything, but it's really interesting. So like Slacker is probably the first big one I could think of that. Waking Life is a bit like that, but it's very much about dreams. And in this case, he took a digital video recorder, and the whole idea was that you do the rotoscoped animation and such. But what's interesting is that the movie looks relatively flat, and apparently the logic behind it was that they didn't really want to spend any money on lighting because it would all be drawn over anyway. So, you make the Slacker style movie, you've got the idea in terms of some different animation styles, you have a few different teams that are working on it, giving each sequence sort of its own little special touch. It actually had Alex Jones in it back when he was maybe less of a malevolent figure than he was before, than he is today. But it was a really interesting film. But again, like from a cinematography point of view, like I totally get when they say that it looks flat. And the funny thing is that even though you have animators working on this stuff, they aren't actually adding anything that isn't there. So if you have, even though you are drawing something that isn't real and something that isn't, isn't, people don't have gears for heads, for instance. The impulse was still to do an animation of a flatly lit human as opposed to adding that extra dimension. And so, in addition to sort of improvements in terms of the overall animation technology, there was actually a much more deliberate effort to treat the filming like a proper motion picture, because Linklater has done sort of more conventional Hollywood stuff as well. And then the rotoscoping would be done over something that is a little more professional looking, and like it looks like it. It's really well done. So I realize I'm talking about movies so much when I promised you violence, but it's not my fault it didn't start off with all the demons in the level. Vega data entry led by the. Anyways, I'm really interested in hearing your weirdest Man in the High Castle story. Led by the elusive hell priest De Granek, the cultists operate from a remote facility located in the Arctic tundra. As overseer, Ranek exerts absolute control over the facility and its legion of possessed acolytes. Instrumental in sowing the seeds of the cultist uprising, Ranek worked briefly with Olivia Pierce at the Mars facility before departing to Earth with orders to prepare the groundwork for the imminent hell invasion. A recently declassified UAC biography for Ranek indicates that he is a surviving member of the original Order of Daig, the ancient Argenta clerics. He now serves the forces of Hell and is rumored to have personal knowledge of the Doomslayer, suggesting a shared history between the two. Wielding total power over the cultists under his supervision, he uses his growing influence to advance the consumption and corruption of Earth. Built over the ruins of an ancient Argenta settlement, the cultist activity has been designed as both a Gothic monument to the ancient architecture and a state-of-the-art science facility. Tablets and memory banks found at the settlement indicate the Order of the Daig discovered Earth millennia ago and found it to be populated with powerful primeval beasts. They named these creatures Agadans due to their similarity to the mythic Cyclopean giant from Argentura's past, the Agadian. Yeah, no worries, Ellen Ripley. I also feel bad, right, because I really should be just providing what passes for entertainment around here for myself, and I'm asking people questions, but... Oh, mission challenges. Mission challenges are optional trials that can be completed at any point throughout the mission. Completing one mission challenge awards a Praetor suit point. Completing all mission challenges awards a Sentinel battery. Track your progress on the challenges in the dossier. Pressing tab. So acquire one Sentinel Crystal, ignite 4 demons with a single blast of a flame belch, and destroy an Arachnotron turret. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. Now, this is one of these smart people problems. All right, well. Not 4 of them. Which is the glory kill? Sorry, I can't remember the glory kill button. E. I thought I pressed E. All right, not an auspicious start, but we'll live with it. Really? Over there? I don't know about those red bots, but... It burns! Kill burning demons, drop the most amount of armor. Yeah, got that. Thanks. Go. Didn't realize there was another one of those. Alright, I really thought... So I gotta get these guys, otherwise I'm sunk. Alright, now we're getting back into it.
The Hell Priest is somewhere in this facility. I cannot pinpoint his exact location at this time.
So that strikes me as one of them fancy secret things they... Woo! Ah! So this makes me wonder if there's a way up and around, or if I was supposed to try and smash through the ice. Nope. That's interesting. Okay. So that suggests to me that the ice can't be broken. And this definitely feels...
Is my time at an end? Let's see if you're strong enough to survive this cursed city.
The Slayer has arrived. All mortally challenged personnel, please be advised.
Okay. Weak point, Mancubus. The Mancubus is a long-range heavy demon that uses a flamethrower when close. Its arm cannons are weak points. Destroying them weakens its projectiles and disables the flamethrowers. I wonder what's coming up. Okay, not quite what I intended, but... The Mancubus, hulking behemoth of the demon world, bears notable difference from those of its kind first encountered by the UIC expedition team on Mars. Unlike its brethren, which wore a naturally occurring armored carapace, this variation shows clear signs of pre-existing man-made modifications. Armor plating augmentation to its exterior and its sophisticated arm-mounted weapon system indicate a clear intent to upgrade and weaponize the fighting capacity of the Mancubus, whose heavy stature and resilience make it a formidable threat in battle. Okay, not quite what I intended, but you know what? I'll live with it. Let me up! Oh. I'm clearly missing something here. Oh, I get it. No! Oh, I didn't press the E button. No, not again. My, that's quite a few of you. Okay, so obviously I gotta get the turret on this hombre. Aha! This is gonna this is gonna be how I get my beloved. No! That's my manly doom scream for those of you who were wondering. I feel like there was probably something up here I was supposed to find with that. But this sounds like boss music, so I don't really want to see what's on the other side of that. Yeah, it doesn't seem so bad. Whoops! I gotta stop doing that. No! I don't know why this is so hard for me to get back. Actually, you know what? It's gonna be easier if I just do the secret again. They don't want me to let me through again. All right. Well, that makes for an interesting challenge. Yeah, I don't see a way back. Screw you, game. I didn't want to go there anyway. What's up? So I gotta get better at shooting off the turrets on these guys. Also remembering that it only takes like 3 of those shots to get rid of the imps. Alright, energy shields. The plasma rifle can quickly destroy energy shields, which trigger a damaging explosion. That was a fake out. Oh, there we go. Yeah, just to let him know I meant business. As fun as the plasma rifle is, I do tend to find there's just something about the audio for the kinetic weapons, the nice sort of chunky dum dum dum, that makes them a slightly preferable option. Although, I will say they've done a good job with the plasma. Like, it also has this nice sort of bassy sound. All right. Okay, I gotta remember the E. No. That's what we were looking for. All right. Oh, I get it. All right. Rocket launcher, forged from the metal smelting pits of the Golgothan Enclave. The Paingiver is a weapon of pure malice, devised for a singular purpose, to enact suffering upon the weak. A tool of insidious intent, it was not by mortal design that the Paingiver was conceived. The cultist engineers of Golgotha, as acolytes... of the unholy and all-powerful will of Hell Priest Rannoch were bestowed its vision. Scribes to Rannoch's dark premonition. With great clarity did the Paingiver reveal itself to the shared consciousness of the Golgothan acolytes, and with fervor and religious zealotry did they set themselves towards its manifestation, toiling without rest until the Paingiver was crafted. Okay, as hilarious as it would be to use the Paingiver on that thing, I'm not that mean. Holy hell. Gotta get some armor, but we might be able to do that on one of the Mancubus that I didn't kill yet, or not. I'm sure I'll see what that opened in a minute. Alright. It's probably not what it... Oh yeah, here we go. Ah, damn it. Aha. You're kidding me. Alright, at least we know what we need to do. He flies through the air with the greatest of ease. Alright, I probably should have made sure that I had the... Okay, so I probably want to go down 1 because then I can do 1, 2. There we go. Choose a rune. Perform glory kills faster. Launch into a glory kill from much further away. Gain a speed boost after performing a glory kill. Greatly increase movement control while in the air. Increases how long enemies are in stagger state. Survive 1 death blow and slow down. I still don't know if this is the... Well, aren't I special? Alright. I thought the game was actually pointing me there as opposed to having that be like a special thing, but I maybe should have checked to see if there was something up there that I wanted. Not 100% sure where I'm expected to go. Maybe it is forcing the issue then. Not feeling too sure about that. Oh, here we go. No! I should be ashamed of myself. Yeah, that's definitely not gonna work. That's fine. I think I got another year on my Game Pass. Oh, come on! Alright. We did it! Whiplash. Weakness Ice Bomb. Freeze it with an Ice Bomb to temporarily stop it from slithering. A scavenger of the hellscape, the Whiplash creature was first discovered by UAC expedition teams in the Black Desert of the Sanctum Wastelands. These elusive serpentine demons move with great speed and agility. They are capable of striking from a great distance with retractable bladed whips concealed within their forearms. This particular demon breed became an object of great interest to the UAC engineers on Earth, while attempts to capture live specimens of this nimble and unpredictable creature proved to be exceptionally dangerous. After successfully acquiring living specimens, researchers implanted cybernetic augmentations designed to enhance the Whiplash's innate strength and lethality. Really could do with some more armor. I keep forgetting to use my flamethrower. So that can't be it. Can it? No. This is where we went previously. This is probably not where I'm supposed to go, but I am happy that I'm finding stuff, so as long as I keep getting rewarded for it, I'm gonna take it. I still freak out every time I hear that alarm. Alright. So can't go through here. That would be weird. I mean, I'm kind of committed to it now, but... Oh, this fun again. Let's never do this again. Oh, I forgot. I gotta stand for a second or two before I can... Takri! We were just mentioning you, actually. It talks about waking life. Alright, I'm... happy? Wait, did I just... No! Thank you very much for the resub. I am way too stupid to play this game. But yes, no, thank you very much. It is a great pleasure to see you, and always a great pleasure to get a sub. Alright. Alright. So, again, no indication I can get through here. We've done this... whatever. Oh, okay. That easy, huh? Okay, so we can do a heat blast firing. The plasma rifle builds up excess heat that can be released as a powerful blast by pressing the right mouse button. Or the microwave beam, hold right to acquire a target, then fire a concentrated beam of plasma energy that will lock down an enemy and cause them to explode on death. I mean, tempting. Alternatively, we've got remote detonate or lock-on burst. The lock-on burst is definitely more tempting, but I'll go for the microwave beam to start off with. Gentlemen. I guess this was also an invitation, but... have I been forgetting to hit the Mancubus? I'm wondering why it's telling me to do that. Look at it, mocking me with its cool toys. Okay, that's nice, but not quite what I was trying to do. I don't suppose you've played this, have you?
The beast draws near to me, my brothers and sisters, but he is weak. Your hate must match his will. Only then will you be truly saved.
Ah! Well, the good news is this is more like a shooter slash platformer. Oh, not even close. Oh. So anyway, sorry, Ellen Ripley. Obviously, this is a terrible time for me to be reading that story. Good God. A bit anticlimactic, but all right. So you're mine on the High Castle story. The TV series has an actor in it called Lee Shorten, who is also a major role in Ghost of Tsushima. Totally weird thing is that we are both from the same small town in rural Australia. And when you were young, you both worked at the same department store. He's like 4 years older than you, but you had a huge crush on him, and he wasn't even hot then. He was chubby metalhead with long hair. However, you're only 15 and he was an actual adult, so nothing happened. But WTF. That is a really weird one. There was a while, there's somebody who had a similar last name to my own, and I kept getting asked if I was related to the guy. Because, I mean, like any industry, right, this stuff, you know, it's a small, small community, you know, chances are, if there's a familiar name, it's not coincidental. In my case, it was. But it's always funny how that stuff works out. The weirdest story I've wound up in terms of like unexpected connections with, I don't want to say minor celebrities because it feels like a little, that kind of feels backhanded, and I definitely don't mean it that way, but there was this music school that I went to. Actually, not just a music school that I went to, but a very good friend of mine that I just finally got back in touch with remembers this woman as well. So I noticed that there's something I can climb onto here. There's got to be a way to get started. Oh, here we go. Well, that's not it. Okay, I should probably find out what this is connected to. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is going to take a little bit of effort, but I think I can get it. Does not have a lot of room for error. Now that's interesting. I don't think I can get that on my own. So I guess the first one has to be a double jump. Well, there we go. So anyways, we both went to this school called JS Music. I think I've told the story before.
Lies in his destruction. The myth of the Slayer's strength is exposed now to us. Can you see it, brothers? He has lost the resolve to continue. Eat his soul. I must survive this. Protect me in my time of need, and you will secure your place in the new world.
No big fight? Okay. So anyways, this place is called JS Music. And
your super shotgun is nearby. A relic from your past. The priests have kept it hidden from you in this remote location.
get some goodies. These have a bunch of sort of Disney posters, and I always imagine, because they, do for the singing lessons, which I never took, but they, they usually do songs from Disney films and all of that. And I always kind of imagined that those were because, I was just assumed because, it's Disney, right? It's kind of automatically attractive in terms of a thing to do. Well, shoot. Cue ball. Cue balls are ambient demons that wander around the world. Shooting them sends them flying, and when they collide with other demons, they generate a bigger explosion and do extra damage.
Attention, all mortally challenged personnel. The Slayer is inside the facility. Please proceed with aggression.
So, I carry on, and there's this very nice English lady at the reception, who I knew as Mrs. J. Didn't connect at the time with, the J of JS Music, but in retrospect, of course, this would probably imply she's either the owner or related to the owner in some manner. You guys are really cramping my style here. That's no good. Okay. God, there's something else in here. Well, at least I survived. Spend your points. You have unspent weapon points and upgrades available for purchase. Keep spending your weapon points. All right, while I'm in a menu, let me just get the story out here. So we kept talking, we talked about everything from Shakespeare, music, and she found out I was going into movies. And she had referred to her son, Tony. Apparently he'd gone to Hollywood and he had some roles. What I didn't realize, though, is Tony J is this incredibly recognizable voice. And it's the same guy. So I'll actually just look him up on IMDb so I remember some of the different roles. So I actually remember as the mayor in Twin Peaks, but I'm going to guess that's probably not the one that everybody remembers him for. He played Frollo in Hunchback of Notre Dame. He played the asylum keeper in Beauty and the Beast, which I'm going to guess most people don't remember. But the other thing that was really interesting is he's probably better known for his video game work. So if I'm going to go from the bottom of his IMDb up, and I'm going to mention the probably the somewhat well-known, at least among gamers, roles. I also didn't realize he was in the live-action Beauty and the Beast, so that would have mean he worked with George R.R. Martin. Okay, so Shere Khan in Tailspin, the animated, I guess, DuckTales movie or Jungle Book. His Beauty and the Beast character name is Monsieur Dark. Apparently the Grim Reaper in Darkwing Duck. I don't know, I really like the duck ones, apparently. That is, yeah, exactly that one, Ellen Ripley. He was in King's Quest 6, Air Today, Gone Tomorrow, Captain Saladin, Gate, and the Archdruid. I haven't played King's Quest, so I couldn't say. Apparently, Sonic the Hedgehog TV series, Guardian. Again, this isn't one I would be familiar with, so I don't know if that's well known. Anubis and Gargoyles. I know that's one that Outworld's community would like. Oh, here we go. Blood Omen, Legacy of Kain. Mortanius, William the Just, and the Dark Entity. Again, haven't played it, so I wouldn't know. Frollo, Hunchback of Notre Dame. The Tick, voice of Chairface Chippendale. Oh, of course, Reboot, Vancouver production. He played Megabyte, the bad guy, the lieutenant in Fallout. Rasselgar and Die by the Sword. I don't know if that's a well-known... I don't even think that's on GOG. Oh, I didn't realize this. Apparently it was the narrator in Austin Powers' The Spy Who Shagged Me, Elder Gon and Zephon in Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver, the Transcendent one in Planescape Torment, Kesselrak in Icewind Dale. So you'll notice this guy was on speed dial at Interplay. Mithras and Sacrifice. Elder God for Soul Reaver 2. Return to Castle Wolfenstein. He played the director. Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. Xantam the Beholder or Ethon. Never played it, so I don't know. Hunter the Reckoning game. I didn't realize that White Wolf made one of those. He played the narrator for that. Narrator for Treasure Planet. Shere Khan for Jungle Book 2. Apparently he played a character in Freelancer, Chancellor Florian Gustav Nyman. Star Trek Elite Force 2, Arcopenda. What else? Lord of the Rings, War of the Ring, narrator. Legacy of Kain Defiance, Elder God, Fallout Brotherhood of Steel, Addis, narrator. Apparently he was narrator for Bard's Tale, and I'm guessing probably died some around 2008? No, 2006. Complications from cancer surgery. But let me just see. I won't play the clip, but I'll at least do the audio. Let's see if we can find... some Megabyte voice lines by Tony J.
Now that I command Hexadecimal's power, none can stand against me.
You did that? To your own sister?
Yes. It's rather good, isn't it? Now,
So, yeah, I think probably he's one of those, like, I've heard that guy. So apparently I was friendly with his mom at the music school I went to. All right, how do I spend these points? Sticky bomb reload speed. I don't think I'm crazy about that, though. Precision bolt movement speed. Reload. I can definitely see why I'd want the upgrades for those. Yeah, reducing the time sounds like a good idea. Anyway, there you go. While we're on the topic of weird connections life throws at us. That's my contribution. All right, so apparently they're going to make me work to do a fight. I just need to find a zombie to chop up. Well, it would be hard for me to say I knew the guy. Like, I knew his mom. And I didn't really know that he was a I don't even think he counts as a celebrity. I just think he's a recognizable voice. Which is also, it's a weird thing. I realize in my own, like, for my own part, to Oh, you know what? I bet I know why they gave me the... Okay, yeah, I see what's going on here. I think they're just gonna make me go the whole distance. Yeah, close. Oh, right. That's the keep dashing button. All right. So, I'd have to do a lot of work on my own part to get to a point where I could meaningfully contribute to a project in this way. But there is that side of me that has kind of wanted to try and do some kind of voice acting. The problem is that I might have at least some basic level for the voice. Like, it's not unpleasant to listen to for most. But the acting side of things, I've almost certainly a very limited range. And this is the thing, right? Like, you hire people to do a job. You don't hire them so they can be average. Now, narration, might be a thing. But I also kind of realize one of the drawbacks that I'm running up against is just about every single streamer thinks that they can be a voice actor. It's like the one thing I've never met a streamer who doesn't, think they can do that. And so the drawback is that it's one of these things where, in addition to obviously needing to do some work on my own account, I would need to, I'd also need to put quite a bit of effort into pushing myself outside of the, to stand outside the broader audience. But on that note, to create one thing I think would probably work really well for people would be, it's a little bit like how people get into games in indirect ways. So, like, do you want to write today? Well, sure, you can try and do, a short story, or you can try and do like some fan fiction and hope that gets picked up. And that has worked for people. But another thing that you can try and do is you can write a game, right? This is what Alexis Kennedy did. Wanted to be a writer, made Fall in London, and then eventually Sunless Sea, and, is now known for writing in terms of games, and occasionally gets asked to do, or probably more than occasionally gets asked to do, fiction, short fiction or novel length. But obviously is someone who is kind of synonymous with writing and, has done it for hire and such. So there's a side of me that sort of thinks that people who want to voice act, this is a path that's worked for actors in other contexts. So probably most famously, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon got their start with Good Will Hunting. And in some cases, people, when they have a valuable property, are able to sort of hold their own in the negotiations, as long as they stick to the guns. I think that was the same story with Rocky and Sylvester Stallone. That can be the break. So I've always sort of felt that for people who want to do it, like, it's unfortunate. So, for someone like Cree, who I've had the pleasure of hearing talk, so does actually have a very nice voice to listen to. Sometimes it can be a shame that there are people who have a quality that you'd be like, yeah, that would actually, I can see that working. Having to sort of be lumped in, and I'm really not talking my own book here. I have not tried to audition for, like, anything but maybe 2 roles, and even then, those 2 roles were ones that people had sort of recommended to me. But again, I always sort of feel bad whenever I see, like, just some streamer at random kind of come in and say, "Oh, I should, see if they want voice actors for this game," because it's sort of like, at least wait for a casting call, right? And I think it's just because I realize there are, for some people, that's a big thing that they'd like to do. And so I always imagine the other side of that, which is how do you stand out? And I imagine for some people, it's, make an audio drama, a one-person audio drama, or get some friends together on this sort of things. And in those cases, it can also, in an interesting way, lead you down a path that maybe shows you that actually you really like producing stuff. And I feel like that's a nice constructive way of overcoming some of those challenges. Yeah, absolutely, Ellen. Like one of the reasons why I'd sort of like to try it is because I got a few books on acting when I was directing, because it's one of these things that is like, how do you talk to actor? I don't know. Like they make it all up. But obviously I looked at them from a very different perspective. Like it was so I could communicate to the people who did the weird stuff. But I have them still. So like there's a side of me, it's like, okay, well, you know, how would I do that? Right? How would I try and convey some of those ideas? And the other thing is I kind of realize that there's a subset of things that people would want to use my voice for, versus what, you know, what I might find interesting. Although I don't know, I always like weird and wonderful things. I secretly believe though, I notice when I hear a lot of amateur voice acting, it's always people putting like a whole lot of filters over it and trying to make themselves like sound more badass than they really are. And the thing is, there's no filter in the world to make you sound menacing, right? There's just either you got it or you don't, right? You are someone who can intimidate someone or you don't. And I'm lucky that I don't really want to scare people. The stuff that I like tends to be just different. So all right. Oh, well, that was a waste. Less so. Much needed. What? It's timed, all right. Worth it. Please only consider doing so if I'm actually suited for it, right? Like, this is the thing. I would feel bad if someone made something for me, and I felt I couldn't do it. And I can assure you there's a lot more stuff I can't do than I can. But then again, sometimes the fun is rising to the challenge, I guess. All right. I get it. Okay. Now that's... Yeah, it would help if I actually did the thing. Okay. Armor for blood as long as you're at max armor. All armor pickups contribute to blood punch. Okay, there was one that I wanted. Napalm Belch, maybe? And definitely more ammo. I've been able to manage without health. It's kind of curious if there's anything... Yeah, you know what? Sacre bleu! Prouder Suit tutorial. This is the suit tab of the dossier. Here you can upgrade abilities and unlock new abilities. Prouder Suit perk tutorial. Select an available category. So Slayer Atlas reveals automap station, item progression, larger automap reveal, less damage, less time. Faster ledge grab and monkey bars. Well, these. All right. Oops. Damn it. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Yeah, worth a shot. I'm calling BS on that. Oh, God. Not quite what I meant to do, but you know what? Fire! Weren't you flashing a minute ago? Okay, this is one of these fancy things. Looks like I dropped down into it. Oh, that easy. So, like I said, it's a little funny. Obviously, I am terrible for the exploration, and I know I take forever to sort of get to the point on most of my stories and such. But I'm kind of surprised for this game how... I don't think I'm supposed to be going this way. I'm a little surprised how much of the Doom sequel is sort of spent not doing the things that Doom is really well known for. I don't even think... I don't say that as being a bad thing. I may be just a little surprised in terms of this particular direction. Now, maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea for me to consult the map. Huh. All right, well. So you're telling me if I go down here... Ow, it stings! This was a mistake! Well, I'm not gonna regret doing this at all. Oh wait, I get to be the demon in this? Okay, that's kind of fun.
Connection successful. You are now in control of the Revenant drone. You may use it to reclaim your property.
Playing as Revenant, hold right mouse button to use your jetpack to fly up high, press left shift to activate your afterburner to quickly dodge. If you run out of fuel, these abilities will be unavailable until it recharges. Left mouse button to fire twin rockets, F to launch a rocket barrage, which is a stronger attack that requires a brief wind-up before firing. Well, hi there. I'm assuming there's no glory kills as this thing. Maybe I shouldn't assume though. Can't double jump, huh? Oh, that's no good. Ah, there we go. I'll know for next time. I'm assuming that's what it meant me to do anyway. Super Shotgun plus Meat Hook. Super Shotgun is a devastating close-range weapon that features the Meat Hook mod. When in range of a demon, press the right mouse button to pull yourself to the demon. Thank you. The music says scary, but I don't see anybody. Ah! That's a pretty forgiving read on that attack, I'll be honest. Alright, I gotta be really, really careful for the next little bit. Alright, I'll take it. Cool. Not so cool. Ah, damn it. Okay, that was fun. I think that's it for all the baddies. Oh no.
Attention, all cultist base personnel. Please destroy the Slayer. The priest must survive. I repeat, the priest must survive.
This seems like a boss. This is another one of them smart person things, isn't it? All right. So a bunch of ledges for me to grab onto, but I'm not quite sure I see the start yet. Ah. Alright then. Ooh, alright. Shoot myself at that thing then? Above it. So my greater fear in these particular bits is, do I miss something cool because I was too busy trying to get away from the... I am pretty good for ammo right now. Let's go for it. Full greed. Of course there is. Oh! I didn't even think that there'd be one up here. This was not one to YOLO! Ah, okay. I think I'll just give that another round. Okay, I'm clearly trapped in something here. Oh, that's no good. All right, time for some revenge. Alright, so I gotta beat the crap out of something. That's not good for my health. Sorry, just gotta send a quick DM. Oh god, I wasn't sure if I got that or not. Well, nuts. I'm trying to trigger it so that I can get the angle on the whatchamacallit guy, but maybe I should just spin around like this. Oh no, this will still work. No, we're not. So I think probably what it wanted me to do was hit the mine up above here to blow up those zombies, but no. Ah, well. Oh, I get it. All right. Wrong side.
Are you growing tired, Slayer? We will break your will yet.
Right. Oh. That guy doesn't quit. So the purple makes me think of a secret. Yeah, there we go. Oh, Slayer Gate. All right, Slayer Gates are optional intense encounters. Ammo and extra lives spent in the Slayer Gate will not be restored afterwards. Completion awards 3 weapon points and an Empyrean key. Each Slayer Gate is unlocked with a Slayer key, which is near the gate. Again, one of them smart people Doom things. Okay, so I get that it wants me to go there. I want to find out about the mysteries of the Slayer Gate. It is kind of neat how they trigger you a little bit towards finding the things that you need. So, like, obviously there's health here, so like, oh, I'll go grab that. It's like, oh, there's something purple above. But it seems like I need to open something to get that. So it makes me wonder if I'm actually meant to make progress on the level of, or makes me wonder if I'm supposed to make some progress in the level before I'm assuming because this is green, I'm gonna wind up smacking this crate. Question mark, profit. So again, I don't see a direct way to that key. I do wonder where that purple is coming from, though. Oh, probably from down below. Duh. Oh, hang on. Spending all the time looking on going up, but yep, there we go. Ooh, all right. Oh, okay. Doom is about believing in yourself. It's a very optimistic game. Slayer Key. The Slayer Key will unlock a nearby Slayer Gate. Completing all 6 Slayer Gates unlocks access to the Unmaker in the Fortress of Doom. Slayer Keys are hidden when playing with cheat codes. Are you kidding me? I will reload if that's what it takes. That is so mean. That would have been hilarious if there was something that unlocked it. Okay. I don't know why they gate that off as you go through the level, but... Hey, woman. Okay, I really shouldn't have wasted that shotgun ammo given the Cacodemon. Oh crap. Okay, that's fair. Give me what I need. My God. Ah. Oh, I saw that blue health there. I'll take it. Too late, obviously, but... I just need to set something on fire. There we go. That is not something to chainsaw, it turns out. Okay, so I need a bit of health, but I think I can manage that. You're joking. Let me kill this thing already. Nope. There we go. Holy hell. They were not kidding when they said this is an intense fight. I did it! Alright, no problem. Thank you for stopping by. Hopefully this isn't too disappointing. Empyrean Keys. You've acquired an Empyrean Key. Acquire all 6 Empyrean Keys to activate the Maker device in the Fortress of Doom, which unlocks the Unmaker. Sorry, just 1 second. This would have been a perfect moment for a major bot guano kind of character. I don't know how many of you have seen Doctor Strangelove. Just like, you're going to have to answer to the Coca-Cola company.
I do not fear you. This match is not won yet. Come find me, Slayer. I will be waiting.
I wasn't expecting to take the whole evening on the one level, but I mean, these might just also be very large levels. I am pleased though to see that I'm making decent progress on the events, because I really felt like I didn't do that on the previous level. Doom Eternal Mastery. Now that you have all the tools you need to success in Doom Eternal, Glory Kills, Health, Flame Belch Armor, Chainsaw Ammo, Blood Punch, Ice Bomb, Frag Grenade, upgrade and combine your tools to deal massive damage and recover critical resources during combat. Alright, not quite what I meant to do, but... Oh no! There we go. Still not what I needed, but... Okay, I really want to try and get that armor, but... It was a really, really crappy flame belch. Where'd they go? I wanted to see if there was a viable strat, because like obviously when you get in close, that doesn't necessarily go well for you with those guys, but I wanted to see if there's a way to,
The priest has stopped moving.
I don't know, go
I'm blocking
ole!
the signal now.
Alright, so how was I supposed to get that? It's clearly not that way. Just double jump maybe? Nope. It'd be nice to have, but I don't think it's worth spending that much time trying to get. Oh, well that's that. I'll confess, as much as I enjoy the exploration parts of this game, I will also say when games put secrets away like this, and especially let you know that you didn't quite make it, there's a side of me saying, it's like, man, I don't want to play hide and seek. Like, just give me my stuff. Anyways, I'm going to take a quick break. I want to get a bit more tea and otherwise get myself sorted out. I'm still curious how people feel about Doom Eternal overall. I'm enjoying the game quite a bit. I know there's a couple times where I just sort of wander around, not quite sure what to do with myself, but I'm finding it a very pleasant diversion. But I am going to take a bit of time for myself, and I'll maybe just get some more tea, go to the bathroom, all that sort of stuff. I recommend you do the same, and I'll try to be back without too much time. I don't know, I don't feel like it should be a long one, but I do need to put the kettle on and such. I will see you all in a little bit. All right, thank you everybody for your patience. Let's reorganize everything, and we will be good to go for a little bit more. I don't have a ton of time. I also have I think the next week or so at work is going to be pretty tough, so I may not be able to complete the full... Okay, lovely. I may not be able to complete the entire level, but we'll do our best. Doom Hunter Base. The hunt for the priest through his Arctic base has brought you to the Doom Hunter Research and Excavation Facility, where the final showdown will take place. Knowing he must face you, he has reconstructed an old enemy as his sentry to protect him. Defeat the Doom Hunter, and the priest will fall. Oh, challenge details. Musical interlude, find a collectible album, big reveal, use the automap station, and fire in the hole, kill 3 demons with a single frag grenade. These will actually be harder for me to do, I think. Oh, nope, stop, stop. Actually, you know what? I'd rather not do that. Holy hell. Damn it! I thought I was doing a glory kill, but actually I've used up a lot of my 1-ups. That's unfortunate. We'll get more. Also, the frame rate seems to...
Position is stable now, and his guardian is somewhere in the facility ahead.
Alright, so I think I'm worse off than when I started on that, but that's life. Alright, I gotta get a better read on exactly how I go through this. Not clear to me. Alright, so that doesn't set me on fire. I think I'd prefer the lock-on burst. The chain is a neat thing to add to the super shotgun, incidentally. Weak point Pinky. The Pinky is a heavy demon that charges at the player with its front armor. Its tail is its weak point. Either double jump over Pinky or dash out of the way, then shoot its tail to deal massive damage. Pinky! As Hell emerged on Earth, the Pinky began to appear on terrestrial soil in great number, rapidly becoming the bane of existence to Ark military fortifications. Utilizing its armored frontal carapace, the Pinky is able to penetrate defensive encampments, breaking through wall defenses and using its ramming ability to upturn and immobilize armor vehicles. Ark deployments, dependent on their ability to hold the line against the encroaching forces of Hell, could be disrupted and even overtaken by a single Pinky. Were it able to penetrate and break through their defensive matrix, allowing a greater demon influx to pour in after it. The Ark rapidly prioritized the target status of the Pinky and issuing high-range bombardment to prevent the Pinky from gaining proximity. I don't even know what I'm up against. God, I can't aim with this thing at all. Oh, that was a mistake. God damn it. Ole! Friendly fire is the thing, it turns out. I also need to stop hitting that Pinky in the face. Oh! Oh, Jesus! God, I really need to aim those better. Okay, assuming I survive this, just give me the health, god damn it. There we go. Should be able to farm in for my armor back. Ah, that was a mistake. No! I really thought I was going to be able to get the health on time. So, alas, I'm going into this fight with without a 1-up. But we'll have fun with it. It's been a while since we've seen one of these. Doom Hunter Base. The UAC's Polar Cultist facility is built around the ruins of an ancient Argenta settlement constructed over 60 million years ago during Argent Nur's extraterrestrial expansion. Frozen carcasses of the Agadan hunters have been located in the glacial wastes surrounding the complex, and though their DNA structure reveals them to be indigenous to Earth, there is no fossilized record of these creatures beyond the frozen territories of the Argenta settlement. Carbon dating of the remarkably well-preserved beasts suggests they are nearly 80 million years old, predating all other known forms of complex Earth-based life. Continuing the cyber-demonic experimentation that began on Mars, the cultists study the Agadans' potential for resurrection and cyber-augmentation. A similar program occurred at this location millennia ago, when Deg priests, often cited as Hell priests, bred the creature and genetically modified them to function as Doom Hunters, fearsome mutants designed to battle the Doomslayer and his Night Sentinels during the unholy crusades on Argent Nur. Sentinel records corroborate this through their military texts, with many reports of these creatures among the ranks of the demonic forces assaulting the armies of the North during the Argenta Civil War. Once the UAC cultist movement publicly announced its intentions for Earth, the cyber-demonic program was revealed to be focused on updating the Doom Hunter schematics, upgrading their combat prowess. A new assembly center was constructed near the cultist facility, and a powerful grav tram allowed UAC workers to safely transport the biological and mechanical components needed for the process. The resurrection of an Agadan hunter requires cutting-edge technology to be used in conjunction with occult rituals conducted by the UAC's necrosurgeons, an unholy fusion of science and sorcery. He's more machine now than man, twisted and evil.
It was not easy to find an opponent worthy of the Slayer, but I think you will be impressed.
It's okay. Guessing I've missed out on the other challenges, though. I'm gonna have to climb onto this, aren't I? Unkind. What? I landed on something. Oh, I get it. Okay. I was looking in the wrong area. I should probably work out exactly what the range for leaping out and grabbing onto the ledges are, because that's, I imagine, going to be a source of... That's going to be a source of frustration in the future, I think. Oh right, there was blow like 5 guys up with a grenade. I gotta keep that on cooldown. Another one of these, huh? There's the second one. Well then. Olé! Definitely a good way to encourage me out of a slot. Leap of faith time. I don't even know if that's where I was supposed to go. Sure. Now this seems like... Oh yeah, there we go. God damn it. That's got to be 5 guys in one batch. This is painful waiting. Oh hell. Alright, I've really put my foot in it. Okay, let's at least bought me some time. Diplomacy is not an option. How you doing tonight, Lord Gloom? Good to see you. Carcass. The product of inhuman biomechanical engineering, the carcass was created in the remote labs of the cultist Enclave. Neither truly living nor dead, it exists in a state of partial reanimation. Its cybernetic armature simulating a living impulse within a decaying organic host. Devised as a means of extending a soldier's usefulness in combat after death, the unliving host can only be destroyed by severing the body from its cybernetic implants. I didn't want to get that one anyway. Okay, not exactly what I wanted, but Vega data entry. Dark Viceroy of the Chaos Throne, Rannoch has long served as one of Hell's emissaries on Earth, laying the foundation for the planet's inevitable invasion. In secrecy, Rannoch has prepared the Hellgate, awaiting an omen of the Sixth Seal. Sorry, the omen of the Sixth Seal, which signals the Age of Rapture, which will cleanse Earth as foretold by the Maker Prophets. Rannoch worked closely with Olivia Pierce during the development of the original Mars project, and since her death, he has taken total control of the UAC. His promises of wealth, power, and everlasting life have corrupted the organization from within, absolving its employees of their moral conscience, accelerating the sacrifice of Earth in exchange for the lure of Argent energy and the promise of undying union with Hell. Dag Rannoch previously served as the King of Argent Nur as a sentinel priest, guiding the Argenta spiritual growth as a hallowed figure. After the betrayal, he abandoned his homeworld, working on behalf of the Khan Maker and personally overseeing the transformation of viable planets. Rannoch has constructed a veritable fortress in the polar caps to protect him during his dark work. Everybody seems to be playing Balatro. I've tried it. I quite like it. Although the full-on addiction that people have been describing, I've managed to avoid that so far. What do I even want to do? I mean, greatly increase. I feel like movement in the air would be helpful here. But yeah, I actually got it through. I know it's on Game Pass now, but I originally played it through Apple Arcade Plus, which I sort of feel is a bit of an underrated subscription service. It's actually where I first played Polytopia, too. Now, I would have thought... I just walk in here, but it doesn't seem to actually let me go, so... Right. So I'm just going to let that reset. Unless... Okay. Let me go, let me go, let me go! There we go. So it was 3, not 5. So now I just need to find the... I just need to find the album and then I'm good. I wonder if there's a big fight coming up. Well, not quite yet. Okay, he can. I think I kind of see how to. Well, I had the right idea, and that's what matters. Oh, go to hell. Yeah. Not great. So I gotta deal with the rockets, and I also need to actually find out how I get to that area. And there's no other sources of health. Well, you know what? You only YOLO once. That was not the way. So I'm wondering if I can just get away with a direct... Actually, okay, before I do any of this, it's ridiculous if I don't at least try to take these things out. It's like one potential option I have is to just try and dash right through this stuff. I don't think it'll work though, but... Okay. No, I tried the same stupid mistake. That is our first proper death. I don't think this is the same place I was, is it? And sorry, Gloom, I've been absorbed in the game. I should have been a little... Oh, so I would have gone behind. Okay, fair enough. Quite what I intended, but still does the trick. Cool. Can't be as easy as just dropping down. There's got to be another thing they want me to do here. Maybe not. Cheat codes. Cheat codes activate special modifiers in Mission Select, EXL Runes. Cheat codes save progression, but cannot pick up items that conflict with your current cheat. EX in-world runes are located with the All Runes cheat. Playing missions with cheat codes hides the Slayer key. Replay missions to find all items, finish all encounters, and experiment with locked weapons or upgrades. Okay, cool, but not the thing I was looking for. No! I was trying to give him a grenade launch. Too low. Okay. I hate you, game, so much. Ah, I was wondering why they weren't staying on fire as long, because they needed both. I think I should probably give up hope on finding the, album, though.
Was it not the Slayer who brought the demons to us? The Khan Maker has you to thank for the gift of Argent energy. It is you who are responsible for your people's suffering.
Ole! I hear something, I just can't. Oh. Nope. Oh boy. It annoys me that this guy's still standing. I'm hoping I'm in slightly better shape for the fight. I'm gonna guess that the boss fights in this probably involve, of course. I'm assuming the boss fights are going to involve sort of ads showing up so that I can harvest them for goodies. God, this sucks! Just to be clear, by the way, this is the time I normally would have stopped, but it would feel particularly unkind to, like, not to see this to the boss. Nope, but I have the key. Okay, so I see something I'm supposed to hit. And I see the 1-up, but... Was that a wise choice? I don't know. It's apparently where I'm supposed to go, though, so... Does just not change? No. Not this. now what? That was a mistake. Oh, I hate you so much. Oh, god damn this game. Now that you're ready for the boss. Vega data entry. Once a race of beast-like hunters, the Doom Hunter creature was known to Sentinel warriors in ages past as lethal stalkers of the Metal Age. Extracted from the frozen depths of the polar tundra, the Doom Hunter belongs to an ancient race uncovered during cultist excavation in the remote Arctic. Preserved below the frozen ice for millions of years, the unearthed remains of the creature were deemed suitable for reconstruction, becoming the subject of cultist necro-regenerative bioexperimentation. Within the remote cultist citadel, a high-tech ritual altar which towers over the Golgothan ruins, the Doom Hunter was ceremoniously and systematically resurrected and rebuilt. While the majority of its components are now cybernetic, it retains a high degree of mental faculty, a sentient, brutal hunting instinct augmented with the armaments of a tank division. Well, at least they're being nice.
Welcome, Slayer. I thought you would appreciate the sentry I chose. The great Argadon hunters from the Telos realm, though long thought to be extinct, created to hunt only the Slayer and his Night Sentinels during the Unholy Crusades. Some improvements on their design have been made. Enjoy what is undoubtedly my finest work.
Weak point, Doom Hunter. The Doom Hunter is a super heavy demon that specializes in long-range lock-on rockets. Its shield and sled are weak points. Destroy the shield with a plasma rifle to briefly disable it. Destroy the sled to permanently disable its protective shield and missiles.
Excellent. Smash the heretic.
Okay. I gotta get myself back in this fight before I, Alright, I'll work with it. But yeah, as predicted, there's... Okay, he's got his shield back, so now I need to make the most...
Ooh. Jesus, that guy who got in the way was not good for my health. Nice little pause in the music there. Oh, no good, no good, no good, no good, no good. And if I can set someone on fire, that will make me very happy. Just beautiful. Okay. Get him.
Excellent. Smash the heretic.
Oh shit. Yeah, yeah. If I can get some of that armor that was dropping. Unless it's already gone. Any more? Guess not.
We are not done yet.
Oh boy, that was not what I was expecting. Alright, I gotta set somebody on fire. Nope. That'll do.
Excellent. Smash the heretic.
God, I thought I was gonna get that health kit. Yikes. Take it. Oh. Not quite what I had in mind, but I'll live with it. No! God damn it! That's 2 glory kills I let go by. There we go. I need to set some stuff on fire in a little bit.
Excellent. Smash the heretic.
Ooh, yikes! I gotta get out of there. I can find one of those med kits is best. And the game crashed. Ah. 20 minutes well spent. That was fun though. I'll do it again.
We are not done.
So I just gotta ban one. All right. Okay, it'd help if I actually. That was useless. So where I can, armor would be nice. He's close, but...
Excellent. Smash the heretic.
I gotta get something else. My God, what's happening here? Yeah, that's no surprise I had there. May I point out, the first time I did this, I didn't need a... the one-up. Okay, good enough for me. So I'll get some ammo, and if I'm feeling bold, I'll try and get some armor, but...
Excellent. Smash the heretic.
Works for me. So next up's fuel and ammo, and if I can, some armor. Not quite brave enough to go up against one of the big guys, though. I just want to find. Okay, you'll do. Now would not be a bad time for me to pick up one of those health kits. He's down soon.
The beast. Does he not seek enhanced power? Gifts to aid him in his noble conquest. Perhaps in return for my...
Right. And sorry, my ban blocked everybody else. You're supposed to be managing the demon's economic matters, not murdering them. It's the gift of the dying. By lowering the population of demons, I am raising real wages. Yeah, so I didn't find the album. So I would have felt better about that if the first run, which didn't have the 1-up used in it, counted. But I don't know. That was fun to do. I'm feeling like I'm getting a little bit more of a handle on the game. And I realize you're just arriving, Joshy Man, so it'll be disappointing to hear, but I gotta pack it in because that was the same mission twice. But thank you, Roy, for hanging out. It seemed to be that there was a reasonable interest in this. So can I guess that for those of you that are interested, at least, or for those of you that are still around, can I guess that there's probably interest in me continuing on with this game? I might even do it as soon as Wednesday, if there's interest in that. I don't need to make it. I don't need to make it like a Monday and Wednesday thing. There is actually a strategy game, or 2 strategy games I have in mind for Mondays, but this has been a nice little diversion. But yeah, if you like it, if you don't like it, feel free to let me know, and I will take it on board as best as I can. Obviously, I don't quite do stream by request, but I do like to keep in mind what people are interested in. I apologize, tabbing out of the game causes this nice gray view. But yeah, I'm happy to keep doing this as long as there is interest in it. This is the first time in a while you've been able to drop by, start a long weekend. Well, enjoy your long weekend, Joshy Man. I'm sorry I can't be around longer, but I'm actually already late in terms of when I needed to go to bed, and I've got a big day tomorrow in terms of work. Like, to give you an idea, the last thing I did before going, getting ready to stream was I sat down and worked out to the hour how long I have to get things that must be done tomorrow done. So even like losing a bit of sleep tonight is gonna throw me off on that, and that's fine because I like doing this and I like sharing stuff with you. But I do need to pack it in. I will, however, leave you in Prosciutto Fist's capable hand. I know I've been rating her quite a bit, but of course she's just the best available. She's been doing Avowed lately. Now, she's not been playing it in first-person mode, but it has been fun to sort of hang out with her and watch her play a game that she really seems to have embraced. So I encourage you all to hang out, check out her stream. I do at some point want to finish Pillars of Eternity, which is the same setting, the world of Aora, I think it's called, Pillars of Eternity 2 Dreadfire, and now Avowed under Microsoft. But anyways, again, thank you everybody for watching. I will be back Wednesday, probably with more Doom, but we'll see where it goes. And Friday, I would expect more Cyberpunk. But for those of you that really wonder what the hell happened to me, it's not just going to be action games the whole time. There is going to be some strategy, and I got a couple of role-playing things that I think might be interesting. Anyways, enjoy Prosciutto Fist. We will see you in the next one. Take care.